Let me introduce the seventh speaker. Takashi Yamaguchi from Kwansei Gakuen University will deliver the speech under the title of Living with AI. Living with AI. Takashi Yamaguchi, please come up to the center of the stage.
Thank you, Masters of Ceremonies and distinguished judges and organizers and dear audiences. Hello, everyone. One day, I was walking to my favorite supermarket, Daiye, just like I always do. But something was different. The familiar voices of cashiers were gone. Instead, there were only self-checkout machines. In the corner, one clerk stood by, just in case someone needed help. I stood there for a moment, realizing something had changed. The cashiers were gone, replaced. I used to see them every time I shopped, some smiling, some tired, some making small talks as they scanned my groceries. But now, there was no one, just a screen with a robotic voice. I scanned my items, but my mind was somewhere else. What happened to them? Were they fired? And if so, what happened to them after that? AI was supposed to make our lives easier. But at that moment, I wasn't so sure. And it's not just supermarkets. AI is everywhere. In my hometown, restaurants like Gusto now serve food with robots. In university, many students rely on ChatGPT, not as a tool, but as a way to avoid thinking entirely. One day, I overheard a group of students in the lecture hall. They weren't discussing ideas. They weren't solving problems. They were sharing ways to use AI without getting caught. They weren't using AI to learn. They were using it to escape effort. And I wanted to ask them, why pay for university if you're not going to think? AI is supposed to help us, but are we using it the right way? Some say AI itself is the problem. I disagree. AI is just a tool. AI is here to assist us and not help us. But AI is just a tool. It's neither good nor bad. The real issue is how we choose to use it. Think of a gun. A gun, it doesn't fire on its own. Someone has to pull the trigger. AI is the same. It doesn't make people lazy. People choose to use it in ways that make them lazy. One day, when ChatGPT was first released, I was very naive. I was scared that it would control my mind, that it would make me dependent. But over time, I realized AI isn't the one pulling the trigger. We are. I once took benzodiazepines, a strong medication for severe anxiety. At that time, I was struggling with depression. My mind was restless and I couldn't concentrate. But this tiny little pill helped me feel calm almost instantly. Of course, there are some some people, there are some people that some people react with benzodiazepines differently. But my point is that so I have a few suggestions that I can tell you right now. I want to share you my suggestion. So first one is use AI to learn to assist, not replace us. First, for educators, for students, we should use AI as a tool to assist, not replace, because I think that we are losing our minds with all of the AI relying stuff. So, and second, we should, for educators, we should implement AI. Schools teaches how to cite sources and avoid plagiarism. They should also teach us how to use AI responsibly. Third, for businesses, I say this: you have the power. Money drives society, and those who control it shape the future. So don't use AI just to cut costs. Retrain, don't replace. Because a world where AI works alongside people, not instead of them, is a world where we all should thrive. Of course, I wouldn't deny AI's use completely if it solves labor shortages. That could benefit businesses and employees. Like I said, everyone has a different way of using AI. It's not all good or all bad. It really depends on how we use it, just like medicine. So why don't we use AI right now to help us in a good way? Don't be scared like I was. AI won't control you. You control it, only if you use it properly. AI is here to stay, but how we use it will define our future. Let's not lose what makes us human. Let's appreciate what we have today, what we have now. Let's protect our most precious, beautiful, and sustainable resource, our future generations. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Takashi Yamaguchi. Then we will have a question and answer session. Dr. Sasayama, please.
All right, thank you very much, Takashi, for your insightful speech. Living with AI, I think that's something that we, on a regular basis think about. So it was interesting to hear your opinion on it. So let me ask you a few questions. Do you think self-checkout machines bring any benefits at all to the customers, or is it all negative?
I don't think it's negative at all in large parts, because I think that by incorporating AI self-checkout machines, the cashier industry is actually struggling because of low manpower, and that also solves the problem of that part. But it also solves the part where elderlies have hard time hearing stuff, and when we incorporate AI self-checkout machines, they'll be able to elderlies are more able to hear clearly with the AI self-checkout machines. So I think that's a good thing about AI self-checkout machines.
Okay, sounds good. All right, and when you talked about, your suggestions for your fellow students, you said use AI within your capabilities, and obviously I agree with that. But I wonder what your fellow students' reaction may be when you tell them that, and how do you think you can convince them to follow your advice?
Thank you for your question. I think that I agree that each student has different way of using AI, and that it's not universal. One person uses this way, another person uses that way. But I believe that we should use AI like as a supplement, For example, we can use it if we don't have any ideas that we come up with and we're struggling with homeworks. We can use AI in order to get ideas from AI, and that's also a good part to use AI. But to a person that's using too much AI, for example, they're just making their homeworks out from ChatGPT, I would like to say to them that you should also have the idea to make an idea out from your own mind, so that we humans in future generations in the future don't struggle with that kind of thing.
Okay, thank you. So you also had suggestions for educators. So I wonder if you have any concrete ideas of integrating AI literacy into school or university curricula.
That's a good question. I think that since in Japanese school curriculum, I believe there's still no AI subjects to be exact. I think there's an IT or information subject, but there's no AI subject. So I think what in education we need to bring the practical use of AI, and we should teach students to practically use ChatGPT. For example, using how to give AI or ChatGPT a prompt, so that they could answer so that they know how AI responds. But at the same time, AI is also not human, so we also want them to know, the kids, that AI is not the same with human.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sasayama. Mr. Comfort, please.
Thank you very much, Takashi, for that speech. Yes, very interesting and very much on the mind of all educators and company owners and workers, as you pointed out. So I want to continue with that line of questioning from Dr. Sasayama, who asked you about using it responsibly. And your answer was more about how to use it practically. And I want to go back to the responsibly. What does it mean for students specifically to use it responsibly? And how can you develop that?
So for students to learn AI responsibly, I think it's also important for us, for teachers to teach, and what I said before, like use AI in a more practical way, because using AI in a more practical way encourages students to know that it's actually an AI that they're talking to or they're using. It's not a human substitute. So by students knowing that it's just merely an AI and not a human, I think we can teach them how to be responsible against using AI.
What is a time that you used AI of any kind that illustrates what you mean of that it is you used it to assist, not to replace, that you used it to challenge your perspective or something like that? Please illustrate with a time that you used it.
So I've been using AI called ChatGPT for approximately 4 months right now, and I've been using it to create fix my reports and fix my For example, when I'm writing in a Japanese reports, I write my idea first, but I also let the AI fix my reports more, my essay, to make sure that what I'm actually saying is correctly interpreted. But I still read it again. I reread it again after AI fixes it, so that I can make sure that it's my own idea and it's my own original idea. And that is how I think I use AI to assist and not replace.
Right, thank you. And then my last question is about a comparison that you were making about AI and medicine as a drug and notions of regulation. And as you pointed out, AI is not all that regulated at the moment. Do you believe it should be? And if so, what might that regulation look like?
I think that AI should be regulated. I think that there are certain regulations in AI, like, for example, obvious crimes, like that kind of illegal crimes in Japan. They are regulated by AI, ChatGPT. When you do a prompt, they don't let you do that. But if there's, for example, there's usage of creating reports from just AI and submitting that as your own assignment, as your own work, I think that should also be regulated. And I think it should be also regulated in parts where it's not your own idea, where it's like plagiarism and it's not your own work. So I think it should be regulated in that way.
Thank you very much for all of your thoughts on this very complicated topic.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Confer. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Sasayama, Mr. Confer, and Takashi Yamaguchi. Please give the judges a few minutes to mark their judging sheets.